But, I think this is massive, massive news. And as somebody that part of my job is working with mainstream news media, legacy news media, for those who don't know, I serve as the spokesman for Turning Point when Charlie's not available or chooses not to participate. So I have to interact with these people a lot. And I will just tell you that there is a huge amount of them that are wildly unimpressive and that have their job simply because they've climbed through a pecking order and towed the party line. There's editorial constraints involved. For example, you have to call January 6th an insurrection at some of these outlets. You have to say that the 2020 election was the most secure election in the history of elections. These are things that they are forced to say in print or on air at many of the legacy news media outlets. That is wildly out of step with the people that just elected Donald Trump as their 47th president. So there is a fundamental disconnect between the people and the news agencies and the news outlets that are allowed into that room, or at least historically. Caroline Leavitt is blowing up an old paradigm. It needed to be blown up. It needed to be reset. It needed to be reformulated. I, for one, am all for it. I think Joe Rogan should be in that room. I think Russell Brand should be in that room. I think Charlie Kirk should be in that room. And if Charlie doesn't want to do it, me or Blake will do it for him. But I'm so thrilled that we already have a Turning Point USA White House correspondent. She's a true journalist, a real cut in the mold that of truth and honesty, integrity. Yes, she has a POV, but don't for a second think that these other journalists don't have a POV, because they are absolutely water holders of the regime media. They have been an enemy of the people because they have been an enemy of truth. Now, I'm not saying they need to be arrested. Some of you in the audience will disagree with me on that. I'm simply saying that it is time for the scales of coverage and justice and truth to be rebalanced, and this is a fundamental step in the right direction.